I don't need to reply to Sydney. Nah, I don't want to write anybody right now.
Okay, so if we did
The temple diagram.
yeah.
Well, first the Temple of Solomon, and then the temple diagram. It couldn't be retrieved, but it was sent to us in an email.
Yeah. Oh, there's even a. That's nice. So yeah, so we do have the email.
So how does that relate to the church in Rene de Chateau?
So it's 1/4, and then 1/2.
There's the...
I wonder if the Temple of Solomon was what the Templars were building underground. The rectangular shape on my map seems to match the temple diagram, but Scorpio says the divisions are important. I should try to mark them out.
Okay, so we need to do, like, split the rectangle now into 3
This
pieces.
riddle is fascinating. 3 is the Trinity and the separation of the spheres. The 3 which are the 4 are the divisions of the temple. I began my journey in the shadows and completed it in the light. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. At the summit of the mountain, the place stood out in the brilliance of the midday sun. It was guarded by the 3 knights' towers, the rooks, on the circuit of the divine horsemen of the abyss.
So right there where you have your rectangle, we split the points down like...
So I'm kind of wondering if there is something like you separate there and there, because that would make it about 1/4, and that would be 1/2. So
Go for it. We're definitely getting a lot of wind today. Yeah, but I think for some people this puzzle was a little too technical, and that's one of the reasons why.
That's it. The divisions of the temple. That's the porch down by Lebec. Then the middle is the sanctuary. And the third part in the north must be the Holy of Holies.
Yeah.
yeah, that's in the center.
If they're building that, that's huge. If they were in fact building that, that's really big. But that was what Wilkes had shown Garace as well on the map.
Yeah.
So we
Let's
didn't
see.
quite solved it.
I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. We're ready to mark the site. 3 is the Trinity and the separation of the spheres. The 3 which are the 4 are the divisions of the temple. I began my journey in the shadows and completed it in the light. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. At the summit of the mountain, the place stood out in the brilliance of the midday sun. It was guarded by the 3 knights' towers, the rooks, on the circuit of the divine horsemen of the abyss. Let's see. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. We're ready to mark the site.
Okay, are we going physically to mark the site, or are we going back to the graph to put the center, which is right there anyway? The center is there.
Yeah, if that's what it means there, unless they're talking about.
Well, that's the center of the Temple of Solomon would be right in the middle.
And here's the top of that, and that's like right across the road from Poussin's tomb. We're really close to it.
So do we go there? What is that exactly?
Okay, we're back.
But what's in the middle there? What is that called? Because we can't go to any of those places.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if that's where the wind is.
Yeah, we get some good wind. Shoot.
Cardo.
Is that Mount Cardo?
It might be. I mean, it's saying something about the shadow of a.
Do you
Rock
think
Negre.
that we go to the Blankford
Fort.
and use our binoculars to see Mount Cardo?
Yeah, let's see if there's something.
Because I don't know that we can actually go there. Well, maybe we can now that where the game is going. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Can we search on Mount Cardo? Or whatever it is called, actually.
Okay.
Or not.
Signore Bukele, is it just me, or does he seem...
Okay, now he is carrying something weird in his arms. Was he in Madeline's room?
He was.
And he was stealing the... Okay, Signor Bukele is Vatican. And he just was in Madeline's room.
No one's
and
in there.
stole the manuscript.
No one's in there.
I don't know what I'd say to her if she answered.
Is there a way to go through the dumbwaiter to get into her room?
No. I think it's just showing she wasn't there. He just went in there and
And helped himself to her stuff.
I don't know what I'd say to him if he answered.
I'd say, what are you carrying around the stuff that was in my room, and give me back the manuscript? So Gabriel made a mistake of taking the manuscript for whatever reason.
so yeah, that's
Are we on the right path?
yeah. So
So we want to do.
yeah,
look
some
up-
of the, like I said, some of these things I think it's things I might have missed
Yeah.
when I first played this, or I just don't remember it. I mean, there definitely are things that I remember. But
Well, it's like one of those A plus B equals C, and then try to make it make sense. The only thing I can think of is that it's the Mount Cardo. And do you do another one down underneath there? Or are you just doing some small shape that we don't know that we have? Like a triangle.
The center of the Holy of Holies. I think that's the site. It's on Mount Cardew. I'll write down the coordinates.
See? Not so dumb.
the site.
Not so dumb. And now it's called the site. Too funny. So are we going to Mount Cardo, or is this only like hypotheses? Hypothetically, the site. Because I don't think that we're looking for treasure anymore. I think we're looking for the Temple of Solomon. That they... Is there a shape we can put in place? Like,
Okay, yeah. So,
Okay, so Scorpio's done.
3 is the Trinity and the separation of the spheres. The 3 which are the 4 are the divisions of the temple. I began my journey in the shadows and completed it in the light. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. At the summit of the mountain, the place stood out in the brilliance of the midday sun. It was guarded by the 3 knights' towers, the rooks, on the circuit of the divine horsemen of the abyss.
Okay, go to the next one is available now.
Et in Arcadia ego blank blank blank. It implies there's a missing word, a word with 3 letters maybe?
Wasn't there while in Arcadia?
Yeah, and we have part of that translation
Okay.
here. It's
At the window of the ruined house, I looked across the trees denuded by autumn. Close to me, a presence, its feet in the water, like one who has just received the mark of baptism. I recalled the inscription, Et in Arcadia ego blank blank blank. Through some selfish inspiration, I found the missing 3. The dust settled, and I saw at last. Curses, I know the truth. He is there, dead. The broken bread lies forgotten beneath the altar.
He is there dead was found in the La Morte, the dead man's.
yeah.
So perhaps you can enter the points of the, or look it up. He is dead, or something else.
Okay, I'd have to. And while in Arcadia, yeah. So there's the Arcadia text.
And we said, I don't know. So you go into La Morte and
gonna go
verify
exploring.
on the sign that it says he is dead. I'm concerned about the stealing of the manuscript and all that. I haven't seen Prince James either.
Why haven't we found it yet? I'm getting very discouraged, I can tell you. I thought Dr. Wen had such promising leads, and with the additions we came up with...
We mustn't give up yet, Lily.
Perhaps. Oh, why can't we simply pay someone to dig it up? I certainly can't with my tendinitis. And you, no offense, darling, but you're taking too long.
I'm trying.
Estelle!
Oh, sorry. Anyway, you said we couldn't let anyone else in on it.
I know what I said. Oh, my. Dr. Wen must be right, mustn't he? The Great Seed absolutely has to be here. Otherwise, how can one explain that cache of Egyptian artifacts he found here in 1963?
Of course it's here. We'll finish up at the site today, then check the maps again tonight.
Not me. I can't, I tell you. If we don't find it, I can't carry on one step further.
Can you look,
Please don't say that, Lily. Everything's going to be fine.
can you look up in Sydney the Great Seed? Oh, Madeline. Oh, we'd
talking
like
all
to talk to you.
I'd rather
really.
not. I've heard that shade of red dye can cause permanent optical damage. I'd rather stick my tongue in a light socket.
Then talk to her. You gotta talk to these 2
Is it
biddies?
just me, or are they always here when food's being served?
Well, they're
It
hungry,
must be a nice
obviously.
change from roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
What is Yorkshire pudding? Do you know?
I'm sorry, Grace dear, but Estelle and I really
Sometimes I
must
think it's
talk
served with
alone.
meat,
You
so-
don't mind terribly,
Casey White
do you?
Raven.
No.
Thank
If
you,
you are
Grace.
there, what is Yorkshire pudding? Said Mel, use Google. But I don't have my phone here, so.
I know this may sound weird, but have you noticed anything unusual lately?
Oh, you mean
Huh,
like
how I wish. The days, they make up the life monotonous in a town so small as this.
Oh, goody. Madeline's around.
Oh, I was like, where's Prince James's car? Okay, maybe we want to notice his license plate and tire treads and all that stuff. I don't know if that's going to be Gabriel.
It's Prince James's car. We sure didn't expect him to show up. It's Prince James. Villa Bethania,
Yeah, but
built by
he's
Saunier
right
in
in front
1901
of
through
the
1905.
Saunier home.
I think it says he. I think I'll let Gabriel deal with Prince James.
You know what I don't understand? If the vampires have Prince James's son, who is the next descendant on the bloodline, why would they be sucking the blood of other people that they have the pure blood they need? Maybe? Or maybe they want his father, but where's the ransom notes? Where's the, Oh, look at that down there. It's making the.
We got 3 new things.
Gotcha.
So, let me see. Okay, there are 3 new sites.
Well, go visit them. Okay, so she's got her.
This is the back of Mount Cardew, but I think the actual point of the hexagram is further up that way.
Can she climb under the fence or get in there somehow? Who were the Magi?
There's something stuck to the fence. Who are the Magi? Who's leaving these things? 3 guesses what it says. S-O-L in so many words.
Okay, can you walk around it till you find like an opening in it? Maybe all we were supposed to find is just that note so that we can trigger some other event. Because if it's like private property, which is what it's showing, or it doesn't want you to go up that path because it's too dangerous to climb. That would take you off on your bike, right? If you click that. Can you look at things like that?
There could be a cave entrance up there, but I can't tell from here. The summit of Mont Cardew is up there somewhere, along with who knows what else, but I can't get to it. The summit of Mont Cardew is up there There could be... The summit of...
Are we looking for something specific that you want to share with the chat so somebody knows what you're doing? Because I
Chateau
have no
de
idea.
Serres' tower overlooks the back of Mont Cardew, the northeast arm of the hexagram. Could it be the third rook?
Yeah, okay.
Isn't that Chateau de Serres?
So Chateau de Serres
Chateau de
falls on the
Serres' tower
hexagram.
overlooks the back of Mont Cardew, the northeast arm of the hexagram. Could it be the third rook?
So do we just need to determine travel to the points of the hexagram?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I was just saying that's what... Yeah, I don't even remember this.
So I don't either. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's like, oh, okay. It's interesting. It's not interesting.
I think I'm getting close.
Okay, so something here is a point at the... So I think Grace is going to accidentally stumble on something that she shouldn't. And they may take her.
Yeah? Me and what army?
Ooh, there's something.
It's right around here, under that pile of rocks.
What about that thing? Is it yet another cryptic clue?
What's that? It's a red handkerchief. Didn't Wilkes have one like that? He must have found this spot. Maybe that's why he was killed.
So we found Wilkes' handkerchief.
This mountain range is amazing. Look at all these huge boulders lying around.
So perhaps Wilkes was on the same path.
That pile of rocks wouldn't look just a wee bit artificial, would it?
Wilkes was on the same path we're currently on. He did find the diagram of the whole
I should go get
hollow
the
area
shovel.
on the seismograph. Though I can't imagine what she'd be digging. Oh, another clue.
I knew it!
Where was Osiris
Not
when the
another
star
one.
shone
Who could
down
know
over Bethlehem?
exactly where I'm going? Not even Gabriel knows what I'm doing. Or cares, for that matter.
I was kind of curious about that, why Gabriel doesn't care.
So they're talking about
Where was Osiris when the star shone over
Remember it
Bethlehem?
said that that Osiris often...
because it was the three belts.
Yeah.
It's
shines
definitely
the
a cave
brightest
entrance, but
and-
it's hard to see how far it goes.
Okay.
Maybe we'll go there later.
Later? Oh, hell no, we're going there now. And we already know that the belt of Orion or Perseus, when it shines the brightest is when it's
I
aligned
think
with Jupiter
I'd rather
and,
wait for Gabriel.
Saturn.
It's pretty dark in there.
Do we have the light?
No, she said she
It's definitely a cave entrance, but it's hard to see how far it goes.
wait for Gabriel.
Okay, so she wants Gabriel. You know, he already said
I'll take
he
it when
didn't
I go
wanna
back
go
to the
into
bike.
caves because last time he grew hair on his arms.
See.
I think I'd rather wait for Gabriel. It's pretty dark in there.
Okay, so we wait for Gabriel. We have one other place on the map to travel to, though. And we found Wilkes' handkerchief. So Wilk has been there, and he probably, but he didn't find it because it wasn't exposed. And I don't know how he didn't find it, because the rocks move so easily with your shovel.
It's a tourist sign from Mount Cardew. Unfortunately, it doesn't say anything
Now
but its
can we go
name.
over here?
Oh. Yeah, because Gabriel didn't want to go over there across the bridge and get himself all muddy.
Well, I guess I should go up there and check it out. Wow, this is really nerve-wracking. I think I'm close.
Oh, yeah, you are, because there's another one right there.
I hope that's not what I think it is.
All right.
Looks very much like
Maybe
it.
an advertisement for King's Quest 3 on the back.
The ones who wove the vine in the Pharaoh's days weave it still. The ones who would steal the sacred wine long ago seek it still. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's talking about the vampires.
I just have a bad feeling somebody's coming for Grace here really soon.
Well, it can't be solid rock if trees grow here. On the other hand, there's not very many of them.
Is there a point here where we need to dig as well? I honestly don't know why she was like, oh my god, let's talk about vampires. Because that's been the possibility anyway. Oh, that's a weird view. Pixelated trees.
Oops. I guess
Do you have your shovel?
it doesn't allow me to.
Well, I imagine with all that wind, if you're not getting any rain, that's definitely all that smoke and stuff is being blown. It's really bad outside to go outside. All right, maybe coming up on it here.
Or maybe there's nothing. Yeah.
Well, when she finds it, she marks her.
Yeah. Well, it's
Oh yeah, that's our bike.
I would love to see Gabriel and Mosley riding that thing.
Oh, okay. So that's why they're meeting at the tavern or whatever. Okay.
Isn't it nice seeing animals in their native habitat?
So, a monkey walks into a bar.
Hi.
Hey, Grace.
You find out anything yet?
Well, not exactly. You?
I'm working on it.
Oh. Well, I'll just run along.
A monkey rocks into the bar. That is a very nice thing to say. They don't want to talk to her. She just found an incredible discovery and no one wants to talk about it? It's a freaking hidden cave. Maybe he doesn't want to talk about it with Mosley there.
yeah. Back to.
I get the feeling Gabriel wants to talk to Mosley alone. I could actually use a drink, but it'll have to wait until we wrapped up this case.
The barkeeper doesn't look creepy from that angle. So true. So true.
Well, I guess.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah. It was.
It's being dumb.
No. It's just. Yeah. I just need to.
Let me turn on the fan. I think it's hot in here.
Open it way up.
Well, that's the thing. The window is blowing air. I don't know if the air that it's currently blowing is healthy for us to ingest.
Probably not.
Because of the...
Oh, there we go.
Once again, because of the smokiness for the mountain fires. They're about an hour away from us. So, having the wind blowing around us is probably not a...
That's the exact center of the Holy of Holies in the Temple of Solomon. But I think the temple is way underground. I should go get the shovel.
Oh, get the shovel, dig it out.
Guess I
find
have to give it
another
a shot.
cave.
One shovel later.
So, as I mentioned,
I thought so. If the treasure's down there, it is way down there. This mountain is solid
okay, so
rock.
the only way to get in is through that cave that we found. And that we believe they built the Temple of Solomon under all of this. And Sonia found it. We're getting closer. I just wonder at what point we get to talk to Gabriel again and get involved. Oh, did we click?
We were already here, so.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if we could use our binoculars to see these sites, but I don't know if that's gonna work or why we would want to. Oh, hold on, something's zooming. I saw it kind of glitched. Could just be that it was flickering. Oh, there. No, we've seen this. I wonder if Abbe Arnaud is keeping an eye on that area. He knows it's there, and it's kind of like the Mummy.
Hey, somebody's parked out by that big orange rock that's off the main road. VDG 945F. I wonder who that is.
Basra, right?
Chili.
Oh, it's Buccelli's bike?
That orange.
I
Kinda
don't
looked at that
remember all the
before.
bikes. I'd have to go look at my notes to see who's got whose bike.
That wind is not good for the... There's fires and stuff.
No, I'm worried about that. It's very, very concerning, actually.
Larry the Freemason lives there.
Okay, so Larry the Freemason, as he's now called, he's not in there, though.
That must be Larry's office in there.
His car's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Larry the Freemason lives... Gabriel's already talked to him several times. I better just stay out of it.
Good, Winkers. Enjoy your book. Hey, Slayer, is the sound of the game okay? I figured if you didn't hear it, you would say something to me. I've had other people who've not said anything. And so I'm just curious if it sounds okay.
Unsure.
Oh, okay, that's where we found
Okay.
the two Scots and
Yeah.
murdered bodies. It's fine, otherwise I would have brought it up. Oh, yeah, I figured that. The last week's video, it was way low and nobody could hardly.
There it is.
Oh, we can now go to the Red Rock. Buccelli's bike is not there.
Yeah.
I'm sure I saw a moped parked around here. I recognize the rock. I'm sure I saw a moped parked around here. I recognize the rock.
The Rock is a little bit... I usually talk to stringers within the first
Pet
minutes if I
Cemetery?
notice any
I
audio
don't think so.
discrepancies. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Pet Cemetery? I don't think so. Yep. Time for some elbow grease.
Let's see if he buried the
The manuscript.
manuscript in here.
Larry's manuscript. Why am I not surprised?
Why are they
And
carrying
it still has its plastic cover, too. That should give us a few opportunities.
fingerprints? Okay, so we'll know who touched the manuscript. There was a Larry Sinclair fingerprint on there. This is additional right here, is a new one. Those two are
Aha.
new.
I got one.
And there's the original Larry Sinclair.
Aha.
Is Mosley on there someplace?
It's an interesting question.
We don't even have Mosley's fingerprints. If you remember right, we never bothered.
There's one print. There's a second print.
Okay, we're going to go back to Sydney and we're going to do a comparison.
3
of
prints.
fingerprints.
I think that's all of them.
Okay. As I mentioned last week, the game sound was down really low. So this week I wanted to make sure that people who were actually watching the game, because we have two kinds of people. We have people who like to chat with us and with each other, and we have people who like to watch the game, who are genuinely watching the game because they play these type of games all the time. And like Wolf in the Box, for example, watches the game. She's never played it before. She was on here for a little bit, but news disappeared. But I would still think. Okay, is Gabriel
Get
still
the
there?
feeling Gabriel wants to talk to.
Yep. So we should probably head back to Rene de Chateau. Or I don't know. I don't think
Larry
we can just
Sinclair's
hand it
blood?
off to Gabriel, can we?
Probably not.
Why would I want to show that to him?
Yeah, because this thing that got stolen.
Because you might want to give it back to Prince James.
Why would I want to show that to him?
Because Mosley had it stolen. Mosley stole it from us.
Drunk people throwing sharp objects. Doesn't that sound like a bad idea? I wouldn't trust myself with darts right now. Especially not with him in the room.
I really
The
feel
pen
like
is
he
mightier
could have
than the
treated her
sword.
better on that whole scene.
Guns, arrows,
she
and
deserved
vodka.
more.
Brilliant
And
combination.
if you claim you're going to treat someone like a queen,
It looks like a map of the region. Unfortunately, it's out of date. And in French.
I don't know why that would be an unfortunate, because she has a thing that translates stuff, so. So Rene de Chateau. Are we going to go look at the body of Wilkes?
Oh, as soon as she thought to.
That's Lady How.
Well, they've been digging in the same spot, and they're not right. If she'd be digging to China, she might just find the.
It's an empty water bottle.
She might actually find it just because.
Lady Howard is a slave driver. I'd hate to be in Estelle's position. Hey, wait a minute. Lady Howard isn't actually doing much of anything.
We are kind of snoopy when you think about it.
Finding anything, Estelle?
Not yet.
How'd you guys pick this spot anyway?
Out of the mouths of babes.
It's a perfectly sound analysis. Quite complicated to explain. Of course, we can't take credit.
Dr. Wen. Well, let's hope Dr. Wen isn't Wong.
Good Lord, she's been out in the sun too
Dr.
long.
Wen, huh? He needs to get a computer. She's busy doing...
Can we take her water bottle? Just want to see if we can get a fingerprint off of it.
Please, dear. My life is difficult enough.
It's an empty water bottle.
Yeah, well, might have been the time to when they were supposedly eating or something.
With her right there? I think not.
Yeah, kind of wonder if there was a time if it was left or something, but. Let's see, Dad.
Maybe Estelle and Lady Howard chose this place for its shade.
At least you can find your way back. I have a hard time with that.
Okay, they're both back now.
Buccelli and Baza. She doesn't know whose bike is whose.
Gabriel's keeping tab. Gabriel's keeping. It's one of.
Oh yeah, you said let's go check out Wilkes.
Yeah, I was wondering if we can actually go to the side of the Wilkes.
Is it, this one?
The dead man.
Hermitage.
No, it should be the dead man, right?
That's not. That's the Hermit. No, Brunch. Yeah. You got some.
Well, maybe just writing on the map would have been nice once you find something. This doesn't look right though.
No.
It could be the reason I go there.
Could be even that too, because they try to make it. Let's
But
see.
wouldn't someone have found him?
Big hikers in this area.
Okay, is this the one with the footprints in it
Yeah.
and stuff?
And it doesn't allow you to go there.
Okay, so only Gabriel Knight can actually go to do
Yeah.
the body of Wilkes.
Big hikers in this area.
So she doesn't recognize the footprints as being Wilkes like Gabriel Knight did.
Yeah. Or at least following after them.
Okay. Well, that was always just a wonder, you know, kind of
Yeah,
curiosity.
it's kind of interesting to see what they caught and things like that. So.
All right, Sydney. Again. Too bad Sydney wasn't portable. I imagine if you made it nowadays, Sydney would be available on your phone as a map.
Yep.
Oh, Larry Sinclair is
Yeah.
there.
That's Larry Sinclair's car. He must be visiting Prince James.
And so that means Prince James is probably in the mansion, right?
Perhaps.
Where's Arabe Arnaud? Because he's involved too. Oh, man.
I'd rather not. I've heard.
She's looking for something.
Well. Looking for fresh meat?
Oh, I thought you were somebody.
Quite a drop, isn't it?
If you're afraid of heights, petite, you shouldn't climb so high.
Well, I guess you wouldn't have to worry much about heights, would you?
I don't worry about anything. Where are the boys, by the way?
They're around?
Then I'm sure they'll find me.
Wow. Jealous much?
I'd rather groom rats.
Let's see if this was
Jealous much?
Notice also this kind of sort of like 3 concentric circles as well.
Yeah. And it also kind of reminded me of, God dang it, what did that remind me of?
Clubs.
No. No, it's out of my mind now, but when we were looking at shapes and stuff, I had a
I think I'll let
distinct
Gabriel deal
thought
with
about
Prince
that
James.
one.
Je regrette. The maid, she gets no answer when she knocks. Monsieur Knight must be out.
Merci beaucoup. I'll try again later.
Let me guess, Prince James.
Yep.
I'm sure he's going to find us.
Grace!
James, hello. It's nice to see you again.
I was trying to find Gabriel.
He's out in the valley, I think, working on the case.
Has he found anything?
I think so, but he better tell you himself.
I see, all right. I'm staying at the Villa Bethania. Some people were kind enough to offer it. Will you ask him to come by as soon as he gets back?
Of course.
Grace, thank you.
Well, he's back in the lobby now. Wonder where he was earlier.
I don't quite know his story. I don't understand why.
Hello, Mr. Baza. Have you been out today?
Oh, here and there, Ms. Nakamura, here and there.
I mean, I don't know if he's just a, just a chilled back guy who likes his zen and he likes his time and they're trying to make him seem like he's something he's not, or if he is more nefarious, or if it's like the Magi, We got also, who was the Magi? So we need to look up those things too on Sydney. Those signs, those clues, scan them in or whatever. See if they mean something, like they're hidden messages, kind of like the drums in Louisiana. That's my thought. I mean, I could be off on the wrong path, but I feel like everything happens in this game for some type of reason. I can see how you go off on the wrong thing if you don't search for the right stuff in Sydney, because it can take you off pretty far into the deep end. Just me, once again. I think Precious is in here and she's snoring.
That's what I think.
She's snoring. She's behind here. You can see her. She likes to come up here. She's a little bit frisky and her older, maybe it's the food. Maybe the metabolism treats are helping her. Alright, can we compare the fingerprints?
That's okay.
Now that we actually have it, I don't know why we'd be in that scene then, right? No, I think you have to go into the fingerprint part. And then just do a comparison of those fingerprints found on the manuscript. Because we believe it should be Madeline, Buccelli, and Mosley. Sounds like nails on a chalkboard. Madeline, Buccelli.
Bukele, the sneak.
Okay.
Okay, so we figured it was Buccelli because he stole the manuscript and then he reburied the manuscript for whatever reason.
Working.
I got it working. And then this should be Madeline Hussein. And the third one they won't be able to identify. Because they don't
Madeline
have
had her
Moses'
hands on the
prints.
manuscript.
One more print.
Wait, let's actually do the first one. So,
Working.
then do link to the suspect once it's done.
Bukele, the sneak.
Working.
Oops. Escape!
Just like run. Ill. Probably he's not gonna find one. Is my guess. Oh no. Yeah.
Bukele, the sneak.
Okay, it's just a repeat.
Working.